Today we're going to look at the undocumented changes that are in 28.1 and 28.2, and let's have a look at them. The first thing you're going to notice is HomeLink. On HomeLink you can have 3 different items. So I've got the lodge, pedestrian gate, and also I'm over here. So I've got 3 things, but to get them to change you need to go into this setting. So let me explain. You go into the setting and you go down to HomeLink settings and you pick one and you make sure that the auto open when arriving is on. As soon as you tick that, it will allow you to have auto close when leaving as well. And if you tick that as well, what will happen is when you're ready to leave, it will come up and it will warn you here how many feet away you are from the item, which is brilliant because it's a dual edge now. Before it just said the name and nothing else, but now in this undocumented change you get the lodge changing into a time sequence. So let me show you. There we go. And if you look, come over here so we can see it, it's saying auto open 5 feet away, auto open 20 feet away, and auto open 40 feet away. And so it turns into something interesting. You can skip it by pressing that. It skipped it now, so it won't auto close anymore. And you can, and then once you've done that, you can actually open it manually, but you can't, it won't auto close by itself. And once you've put those on, that's how it now shows you what's going on with it when it's opening. You can skip it or whatever you want to do, which makes a big change for it. Now we're going to look at everything else all there, and stay to the end because everything is going to be covered in this update, and we're going to look at it right now.
Mal's back talking Tesla. My car is a 2019 Model 3, but this video is correct for all models and all years of the Tesla, including yours. Please subscribe and you'll get the latest releases, and I can provide personal help with the features and enhancements if you get stuck.
Hello, I'm over here.
The way phone calls come in now have changed. So let me show you what I'm talking about so you can see. Let's explain it to you. Look, when we dial a number and a phone call comes in, it is now square as opposed to a little round before. And even if you lose that now, it stays up all the time. So before it used to disappear, and now it's there all the time when a call is dialing up. And even if you pull it down, it's still there. Next thing they've changed is the radio icon. Yes, before it would say FM and DAB, and the display icon, which is this little thing, has now changed to be ambiguous. So there's nothing on it now, so it could be anything that you have on there, whether it be your DAB, whether it be your FM, and now they don't have to worry about it. The next thing they've changed is dark mode. It's now, the greys have changed. So before they were a darker grey to have and look at, but now if we go into them, it's a lighter grey. So if we pick something like a media player, so let's do that, Spotify, it's a much more pleasing to the eye. Before it was all the same and it was no gradients. Now you can see it's different to the actual display. Before it was all matched in, so now the car icon display and all that is a different contrast to the actual other things that you use, which is something that's a minor thing, but they've added it anyway to help us out. Not that we may have noticed it on some models, but some models might have had a different in their screens that could have caused it. You wouldn't have noticed a difference, and the display on the right would look the same as what's on the left. Now there is a difference. So real good stuff there. Okay, so the next thing that's changed is safety. They've made it more convenient for functions that you might want to use more easily, such as your glove box or your pin. And so what happens now when you go to safety, so we hit the car icon, press safety, and immediately on the bottom there, glove to pin and pin to drive, they're all there now. And also easily, look, the view cameras, live model, mobile, and a dash cam, you can do alter those. You can change it off, manual, auto honk, and delete dash cam clips, and also USB formatting. That's brilliant. So they've they've now made it more convenient. And the stuff that you don't use now, if we go scroll up, you've got cabin overheat, you only do that once, and speed limit mode. Allow mobile access, well, yeah, that's where the setting is if you want your phone to unlock the car when you're getting in. So anybody new there, that's the one you want to make sure is on, so that you can walk away and the car will lock and unlock. Bearing in mind, now the only one that's disappeared right off the screen, right down the bottom, is the power off mode. So you go into safety, you hit power off, and then it gives you a warning. Are you sure you want to turn the power off? And this is when you want to do certain modifications to the car. You turn the power off, and that's the screen is then like the car is off. So that's when you would use that. That's right at the bottom. So again, it's something right that you don't need and you can't get it, but the most useful is the pin to drive and the glove box. You might want to switch those on, you might want to turn them off, but they're there easily for you to operate now and do. Now, one of the biggies is if you use autopilot, now they're making you use auto headlights. They come on. Now, if you've not used auto headlights before, what normally happens is if you get in a dark area, you used to flick the stalk button on here. You would then push it out, and that would give you full beam when you were locked on. Now, of course, when you're driving and you put it on autopilot, okay, so we're out in the driving there, and you see the auto headlights are not on. It's coming up to the traffic lights, but they have just changed green, so it's just changing, so we're going through them. And look, as soon as we put autopilot on, now the auto headlights are on, and you can't turn them off manually. They are on while you're driving with autopilot. For a Model Y and Model 3 owner, there's going to be a new thing when you're charging. What is it, you may ask? Well, it is calibrating when coming to the near end of its charge. And it doesn't matter what battery you got or what you're doing with it, it will show calibrating. So if you see that appearing while you're charging it, don't worry, it's a new normal thing they've added, and it looks like this. So you'll see this on the screen as well. When you get an alert on the screen, it will now have an additional arrow at the end, and what that arrow will do will allow tapping for bits of the manual that might help you. So if it comes up and you tap that arrow, you'll get more information that you didn't have before, and it could take you straight to the manual. And it looks like this. Okay, see, now you've got an arrow on the side there, so watch out for it. And you know, light shows are all the rage. Well, I asked out for one of the creators, Ricardo Sanchez. He makes light shows to order, yes, and I wanted the Magnificent 7, and so he made it like this. Watch this video here if you didn't see the original workings of 28.1 and you're new to it and you're just getting it, then use that one just there. I'll be seeing you.